Forgot my phone when I came out earlier. Of course, I was in a little bit of a hurry. This driver lives a couple hours south of the mill. He's always early. I don't mind. He actually didn't pull in here till 5:45. But for some reason, my eyeballs rolled around in my head this morning, and I went back to sleep at 4:30. So, you know, I even missed number 2 leaving. No, he's actually been here. Yeah, it was before 5:45. But we're going to put some in a tote. He started there. I'm actually the last of his run for the moment. He's already been to Tillamook. He'll leave here empty. Let's say I like this driver. So he's a couple miles south of their mill, and the mill's, well, with a truck is an hour from here anyway. He's in here between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. He's been in here at 4:30 before too. Had 4 ton on. We were going to put a ton in a tote. Oh no, he made it all fit. That's a 4-ton bin. He had 8,140 pounds on, and this bin wasn't clear empty. You can't see once I get down there. See where the, oh yeah, you can kind of see where the brace work is around the cone. Anyway, it had, I'm going to guess, at least 500 pounds left in it. And maybe 400 pounds. But it's clear full. So if you work them right, you can get more in them. And lazy butt there, Becky let her out. She didn't come out with me. She came out right before he left. And there it is with the tablet in place. Actually might not be too bad, because to steady myself I can rest my hand on here and it's all touch screen anyway. And I'm gonna guess that GPS location and that just can't figure out where it is inside the shop. I didn't think it would be able to. So I can't get it to pop up with anything to play with, but yeah, there it is. I got it tipped up farther. Gives it more clearance here. It's, yeah, right here. It's really close right behind the monitor, but controller, but I think that's fine. And like I say, it's not too bad to look around. Lean forward enough, doesn't take much. I'd really like to see that bottom one better, but in my view is about right here. But see the tack fine. So one way or the other, figure it out, make it work. That doesn't really block a whole lot of view over there, because I can lean back or lean forward and see literally everything that's there. So I'm going to call that a success at the moment. Then I just need to figure the mount for in the fertilizer buggy and where to put it. It's a totally different setup in the cab, and probably kind of a smaller cab, I don't know. Anyway, let's see what the rest of the day brings. I got me a helper this morning. Sitting there on her phone. Yeah, I think maybe she's planning on doing some cleaning out here, I don't know. Also talked about running the calves for their second shots. They're due today or tomorrow, so if it's going to be a nice day today, we might just get her done today. It's been a while since I've been in this cab. I know it's a little dark in here. And by the way, it's raining. Go figure. Hey, the radio works. And that's actually the original radio that was in this cab. You gotta tap the volume knob once in a while to make contact. Well, we got good speakers. Those came out of one of my trucks years ago. And right there's what I ended up doing on here for the handle. And this one, for the gear shift, yeah, you can see the knob. You look outside, you can see where the gear shift is. Luckily, this one had a bolt-on panel right there for access to things. Made it a little easier. This is actually the cab off of 1892, 1895 New Holland chopper. shortened 10 inches, so we cut 2 inches off when we took it off the chopper because the way the cab was built, and then we cut it down to where when this is on the trailer we're legal. And the door was not there, the door was there, so we just switched stuff around, added on to the door. That's how much we added to the door. That's how narrow the door was, and it works good. Got a stop out there to hit, and if I want it open, there's a bungee cord. This does not have air conditioning in it, and kind of like the other one ain't going to for a while. I mean, it's all up here, but it ain't anywhere else. And it's a little dusty in here. We didn't run this thing last year and the year before. Run some, but not enough. And there's the controller I'm used to. So the other one's going to be a little different. And yeah, I was telling you we had a separate one for the draper. I can shut the draper off. Got an idiot deal. My foam marker with an idiot light. This is the main. It's on or it's off. Or maybe this one. This one must be the main, and this one's the run hold switch. My headlight switch. Jacob's engine brake. Off, low, or high. I'm kind of just seeing where I need to do something in here. I should be able to get up underneath, maybe make a slug like I did for the other one. One thing I don't want to do on this one, I'm sitting a little low because there's no air in the seat, but I want to be able to see that link up there. Otherwise, you don't necessarily know what direction your wheels turn, because on this one, I can't see any of that from here. So I don't want to block that, but I'm thinking if I can get it about there, but that blocks it. It doesn't mean I can't come over here and do like the other one and put it right behind the deal. I don't think it's too big of a deal to do. Drill a hole and reach up, put a bolt in like the other one. That'll figure out later. But this one literally, when you're running it, one hand on the wheel and one hand right here, because otherwise you just can't stay in the seat. A lot of that's tire, but that is what it is. And here's what we did on the mirrors on this one. Same mirrors we got on the tractors. Same bracket setup, except flipped upside down. And these I had to run an arm forward to get them where I wanted them. They work. I mean, I get it backed in here without hitting stuff. They're not the best, but they work. And that one, the idiot mirror, because, you know, you just can't see little cars when they're hiding next to you and want to pass you. Gotta love those idiots, especially when you got your turn signal on and you're turning left. I had at least one truck handle left. Came off a 79 Freightliner cab over. Old Wonder Bread truck I had. It's long enough to go from below the window, clear above the window. I just gotta see where I want it, and I might have to shorten the lower leg on it a little bit or something. And do something in the middle because they fasten those with pop rivets. And I don't want to run my hand across one of those screwed up pop rivets. The other thing I was going to show you is, yeah, number one sitting here, we're taking a break. Becky came in the shop this morning. There's more junk on my bench. There's some stuff there we need to put up on the walls too. She's in a big hurry to do that.
But the ladder that we have is still in use.
Yeah, ladder's still right there, but that's okay. It can sneak out of there. Still a strap holding the boom. But everything off the lathe, I guess, went on the bench now. I don't know. Stuff there on the bench that doesn't belong there, but cleaned up. She went through the medicine cabinet. She decided that the ibuprofen and the Benadryl and that kind of stuff that expired 10, 15 years ago didn't need to be in there anymore.
It still worked. Still worked.
I told her that's the only bottle of Benadryl we got. That's the one we use all the time. And really, just because the bottle said it was expired doesn't mean the pills were that old. So anyway, she wants me to throw another shelf in underneath that narrow part of the bench to put a couple of things to get them out of the way. And again, it's just getting filled full of shit, but yeah, you know. I finally got the bar figured out and in. That's where it's going to be. Trim the corner, ground a little off behind it up here because there's a piece here it had to lap over. And did the same down at this end. Ended up putting a washer behind it here because it wasn't going to grind that much off. It's there. A little wiggle to it, but that's a pretty long stretch. You can see where the old deals were. Cleaned it up as good as I could. It's worn into it a little. But I think that'll work pretty good. Yeah, kind of right. If you're leaning over, you can lean on it. I don't know. And so I already showed you their cleanup job. On that door right there to the upstairs, the red and the gray, those say fur-off on them off a fur-off trailer. They were there. They've been there forever. One in the middle, that's a utility deal off a utility trailer. Number one decided it needed to go there. And old brass fire extinguisher. You know, some of this stuff, God knows, I know where it was laying. It was laying on the bed of the lathe. That's where it was laying. But she got it up, and no fishing or trespassing over there. And NHRA is what that one says in the middle of the screen. It says Freight Shaker USA, I think, across it. Used to have that on one of the trucks. Any other stuff, that's all been up there. A nice close-up view of that. You can read all of it. And, of course, the logos that IA Farmer sent me. The banner. And there's a couple of flags we got that we're not going to get them. They've been here for quite a while. We're not going to get them up yet because I think they're going to go above our belts on this wall. I think it's tall enough space for them. If not, it's going to be close enough. We'll make it work. But anyways, we'll get those flags up at some point. I'm not going to try to fight a ladder in amongst all that stuff to get in there close enough. And 10-foot ladder, I got to stand on the top of it. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to borrow the neighbor's 12-foot either because, well, it makes that 10-foot feel like a feather. So anyway, figured I'd show you what I got done here. That's in. That's in. I think other than more wiring up here, I think the cab's done. Still got to find a floor mat because I decided the one that came out of it just wasn't worth trying to put back in it. And Becky was looking. She can find everything except. So, and I thought I found one when we got the cab kit for it and the headliner, but, you know, didn't want to spend the other 200 and some bucks at the time, so I didn't. We'll find something anyway. Be nice to have a roll of that material and just, you know, cut one and do it. But most of the rolls aren't quite as wide as this cab if you get it that way. So anyway, I'm going to call that a video. Still got some dinking to do. Oh yeah, the other thing number one did today. The cross that she made and a sign somebody gave her, or she bought out. She may have bought that sign. They were both just bare metal. She painted those today, and oh yeah, right beside them. Look at that. It looks like the slug that I used for used in here for the mount, huh? But it's not. It's the other piece of that material. I cut it and did the same thing to it, so it'll go in the fertilizer buggy when we get a chance to do that. Then that'll be done too. At least it'll be ready to hold that. Hopefully it'll hold it right. So anyway, thank you all for watching. And I don't know what I'm going to get tomorrow because I know we're running calves tomorrow, but I'm not going to have a chance to video anything for that. At least not much, if anything. So anyway, have a good evening.